Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's your man Fred back with another video. And ladies and gentlemen, today I think it is fair to say that we were all wrong. It turns out that Triple H, wasn't the mastermind behind the addition of Pat McAfee to the Randy Orton and then the Cody Rhodes feud. So let's give Triple H, credit, and then let's give him his flowers for the absolute garbage he's been putting out there week to week. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. Let's just assume indeed Triple H is not on board with the addition of Pat McAfee to the Randy Orton and the Cody Rhodes feud. But ladies and gentlemen, I am very sure, and then I know that it is Triple H, and his creative team that have been putting on SmackDown week to week, that have been putting on Raw week to week, and it's absolute awful. Maybe he doesn't have much say in the Randy Orton situation, but I tell you, he has every say in the Jade Cargill and then the Rhea Ripley feud. He can do a lot with the Liv Morgan and then the Stephanie Valier feud, but he's done absolutely nothing. This WrestleMania build-up has been the worst in, I was about to say in recent memory, but no, I think in history, because WrestleMania 41 was bad, don't get me wrong. But this is bad on a whole different level, and you cannot blame TKO for that. And then the word I'm using is assume. Let's just assume, right? It was only TKO that had added Pat McAfee. But ladies and gentlemen, what about the rest of the card? What about the rest of the card? Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, all the matches out there. Seriously, I cannot, except maybe Obafemi and then the main event. I don't care about any other match on the card. That's how bad this year's WrestleMania has been. And then even the main events, not that the stories are even really that good. It's just the name involved. That's why we care. That's how bad this WrestleMania build-up has been. So that's that. Let me hear your thoughts, in the comments. As always, like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.